So this video was originally going to be about the set list rumors for the upcoming 2021 spring and summer sets, but apparently LEGO is handing out copyright strikes if you do. I'm not really sure when discussing rumors was added to the long list of things LEGO doesn't want us to talk about, but in a way it's kind of a good thing since it means the rumored list is probably true. And I don't know about you guys, but the sets on that list sounded pretty awesome. Anyways, that's as much as I can say about that, so instead I wanted to cover a different topic, something that's been in the back of my mind recently. Will LEGO ever remake or give us more sets based on the sequel trilogy? But before we get into the video, I just wanted to give a quick reminder for the giveaway for $100 worth of your choice of LEGO sets. They could be any combination of sets from any theme as long as it's under 100 bucks. To enter, all you have to do is make sure you are a subscriber, follow the link in the description, and sign in with your YouTube account. That's it, completely free. There will also be a link in the description to a video with a lot more details, so good luck to everyone who's entering. Alright, back to the video. When you think about it, LEGO Star Wars in recent years has really been thriving off of remakes of old sets or sets based on older Star Wars material. It's not too often that we get entirely unique sets, and even when we do, those aren't typically the ones that sell the best. Over the past few years, we've gotten new sets based on the new films, but a lot of those weren't so great. Not saying that the waves or films were bad, I mean there were a lot of cool LEGO sets to come out of those movies, but I think we can all agree LEGO's best sets in recent years were all remakes of older sets and things we've already seen before. But that's just LEGO's formula, right? To revisit things they've done well in the past and do them even better now. Now, with that said, the sequel trilogy and its anthology films have come to an end, and we won't be getting any new films for the next few years. So now, LEGO has 5 whole Star Wars movies worth of content to make sets on. It really feels like we have seen every single frame of the original trilogy represented in LEGO in some way or another, so could LEGO try the same approach here? I mean, the waves we got from those movies often weren't too great, since they would usually come out prior to the movies and couldn't include some of the best moments without spoiling them. For example, the last act of Solo is one of my favorite moments from those 5 films. So many moments and vehicles from Rogue One looked amazing and would make for great LEGO sets. And even the ending of the Skywalker saga itself has tons of very climactic and memorable moments that haven't been portrayed in LEGO, like Kylo vs Ghost Luke or Rey and Ben facing off against Palps in Exegol. These are all key moments in those films, and when you compare it to the rest of these 6 Star Wars movies, it feels a little strange that LEGO hasn't revisited some of these moments. And based on that leaked set list, LEGO won't be revisiting those movies for the better part of 2021. Now, if we go back to 2006 and 2007, which is the last time LEGO made Star Wars sets right after a major trilogy had ended, 18% of these sets from 2006 and 53% of these sets from 2007 were based on the prequel trilogy. So LEGO was clearly still tapping into the most recent Star Wars trilogy, even though it wasn't very well received by fans at the time. Flash forward to 2020 and we have another new Star Wars trilogy that I definitely wouldn't call well received by the fans. But this time, other than these sets to release alongside the movie in early January that year, we've really only seen one set based on the sequels. And from what I can tell from the early 2021 sets and the rumored sets for the rest of the year, it really doesn't look like we'll be getting any sequel trilogy sets in 2021. That's a little strange though, right? Last time a trilogy came out, LEGO seemed to try to milk it for the next few years. But with this one, it seems like LEGO has almost forgotten it exists. Now granted, after the release of Revenge of the Sith in 2005, there wasn't all that much Star Wars content to make sets based on. Now we have things like The Mandalorian and The Clone Wars, which seem to be stealing some of the spotlight that would have been shining on those last 5 films. But that's the real issue here, right? The Star Wars community after The Last Jedi felt very divided, and it never really came together until Episode 9 ended and we all moved on to The Clone Wars and The Mandalorian. When you think about Star Wars in 2021, the sequels or Rogue One or Solo do not come to mind at all. They've been engulfed by the new direction Disney seems to be taking Star Wars in, which isn't even a bad thing. And it feels like LEGO has almost accepted that too. I don't see LEGO revisiting these 5 movies over the next couple of years, which really sucks for someone like me who really enjoyed the sequels and anthology films. Yes, they have their issues, but films like The Last Jedi, Solo, and Rogue One did a lot of unique things. Things that may not have been the greatest decisions for storytelling, but man, they'd make for some really cool LEGO sets. Like those scenes I mentioned earlier, I really want LEGO to revisit this trilogy since there are just so many moments that have almost been left out to dry. LEGO has been making more sets than ever recently, although with the pandemic still raging on, I'm sure they won't be able to put out as many sets this year. But even with that, I'd still like to see a couple sets from the sequels. The characters and moments are still iconic, and I'm sure there are plenty of fans who would like to see more sets from it. Star Wars has seemingly moved on from the sequel trilogy and anthology films, and instead are pointing their focus towards the future of Star Wars, led by The Mandalorian and The Clone Wars. And LEGO seems to be following that strategy as well. So will we be getting more sequel trilogy sets? Probably not. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just don't think LEGO will be revisiting this part of Star Wars too much, since it really feels like Star Wars has almost moved on from it. But make sure to let me know what you guys think about this. Will we get more sequel trilogy sets, or would you want to even see more? And if so, which ones would you like to see? Also, if you haven't entered the giveaway yet, make sure to do so. But that will pretty much do it for me. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.